Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello there, drivers, Facebook friends, everybody. God bless you all. We are B&C Ministries. Check us out on our website, and you can check us out on YouTube. It's an awesome ministry. It's growing, and I want to thank JC and the rest of the administrators for the opportunity to um, bring us a recovery group to the truck driver or to whoever's needing recovery. We, as Christians, we can sometimes struggle. We are not to, but sometimes we do, and we can't battle that on our own. We would like to start this ministry to help others. I'm 6 years clean and sober from addiction as a Christian. As a Christian, I had my demons, so they say, and it's a battle. It is a pure battle. And so we want to start this group. We're going to use the AA method along with the Celebrate Recovery method. AA method because I know it works. AA is what worked for me. I was an alcoholic. There's principles in the AA that really work, and I want to use some of those principles. There's principles in the Celebrate Recovery that work, especially the steps. We're going to go through the steps 1 through 12 through AA, and each step in Celebrate Recovery has a biblical principle behind it. And we're going to use those. The steps work, they help, they helped me. Sometimes us addicts, as I say, addictions, are us addicts just fight them battles and we need help. And I believe God gave us AA back in 1935 with Bill W. because people had a problem with believing in Jesus, but their families and their lives were unmanageable and tore up because of alcohol. And God wanted to intervene, and He did through AA. AA saves lives, and it saved millions and millions of lives around the world, including mine. It works. I've been in the program several I had several falls, fell off the wagon, but I've been in the program for many years, and through those times of sobriety, I know what AA is about. Celebrate Recovery, I've been to many, many, many meetings of Celebrate Recovery. I know what it's about. So I would like to use those for this recovery group. This recovery group is for the truck drivers. I want to reach out to truck drivers out on the road, away from their homes, their families, their support groups, and Bible studies, and on it goes. So that's what we want to accomplish here. My brother Chris Hutchinson is going to help. Now, yesterday I had the first meeting, 4 o'clock um, Pacific time, and I was in an area in at the Columbian River in Washington in a canyon, and I was had no phone service, so I missed out. Hopefully tomorrow, Thursday, 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern time, I will be having service, and we will be able to start this. And also, it's by a word of ear, by getting the word out. Can you please tell others about this program that we can help it to grow? And please pray for this program. Pray that it is of God. Pray that God will bless it. Pray that we can help others out there who need help. Um, so, going to our first step in this program is a huge step. I'll read it first. Step one, we admitted we were powerless over our addictions and compulsive behaviors, that our lives had become unmanageable by our addictions, our compulsive behaviors, by things that our lusts and our members, not sex lust, but our lust for wanting things. Our addictions can even be a form of um, uh, be it of idols in our lives, and that's not good either. And so the Celebrate Recovery principle of that step says Romans 7:18. I love it. I love it. I love it. Paul's writing, I know that nothing good lives in me, that is, in my sinful nature. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. Now, Paul goes on with this um, in my sinful nature because of sin. We're sinners back in the garden. So, sin, and I believe we're going to be that way until Corinthians verse 15 talks about immortal, from mortal here on earth. We meet Jesus in the sky to immortal. That's when we will be perfect. Until then, we're going to battle this flesh. And that's what Romans 8 is about, that Paul writes about. I like what James 14 says, and this is where I want to get to the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is admitting that we're powerless, admitting them. It wasn't until I admitted that I was an alcoholic, because I wanted to be normal. I wanted to drink like everybody else. I wanted to be able to have a couple beers and a couple drinks sociably and be normal like everybody else. But my compulsive behavior, it wanted to drink, not one or two sociable. It wanted to continue. So it was then that I had to come to grips that I am an alcoholic, that I am powerless. I cannot drink alcohol. I've proven it over and over and over again. And so James says, but let patience have her, James 4, but let her patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. The reason I bring that up is God deals with us every day. We need to be patient with God as he deals with our hearts. And so as we go through these things and God's trying to fix us, we need to be patient with him as he's fixing us. Then it says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask God. And then over in 13, it says this, let no man, I can't read my writing, let no man say when he is tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, nor tempt any man. Then 14 says, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lusts. See, it's our own wants, that gets in the way, not God. He's not tempting us. We are. That's sinful nature. So that brings us to step one. Here comes the frog again. So that brings us to step one. We're powerless over this addiction, any addiction, alcohol, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, any addiction. It's our sinful nature to go after those things. And that's a battle. It's a real battle. Paul battled stuff, and we all battle these things. So when we admit we're powerless and we come to grips that there's something that ought not to be here, that's the first step. Then we continue the steps that helps each of a step to recovery. So we're going to use these steps as we go. We're just starting. We got to grow. I'm going to be having some rules, some regulations that we're going to be putting together. But I want to get this thing going, get it off the ground, and then part of my testimony I was sharing last week, and then I'll be done. I got to be real quick. But after my first doobie, my first high, I was chasing that high for the rest of my drinking career and pot career. But I went through high school and school. I struggled with school. So I had my attention was not in school, cutting school, getting F's, getting D's. My mind was my next getting high, getting drunk again. Every Friday after the week of school, mine was to go catch up with my friends. We're going out to get some beer and to party. That was it all the way through high school. That was my mindset. So that took my mindset into as growing into a man and not being responsible for the next 10 years because I was going after the uh, that high. So when I got paid after I got out of school and I got paid, that money went to my addiction, my habit. And so that gets in the way of marriages and anything, which we'll talk about next week. But that's part of um, that is part of my addiction and my testimony that I had one mindset, and that is to get high every day. I woke up, got out of bed, and my footsteps went after the high all day long at work, at school, at home, wherever I was. That was my mindset. It was dark. It was dark because my mind today is in the light, and I live for God, and I live for life, and I live for responsibility, and my mind is open to life. Back then, my mind was closed only to one thing. So that was the issue. All right, I got to run. I'm taking too much time. God bless everybody. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock. I hope you can come. If you need to talk, PM me. I'm always available. I'm all over Facebook. You can find me, and we'll go forward from there. Thank you. God bless you, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.